Like living a paycheck to paycheck, like that's dud, like that's out. Like that's weird, that's annoying, that's frustrating, that's depressing.
When people ask why I'm a 305, the minimum wage is $15 an hour. That ain't paying shit.
One thing a man is never going to give me is $40. I don't give a fuck if you gotta give me $41.62.
Like hoes, like prostitutes, are the most cleanest females.
Hello friends, are you familiar with the term 304? I wasn't either until I got on the wrong side of TikTok. So what's up my friends, and welcome back to the Neighborhood. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Neighborhood. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we are growing so rapidly, and I'm so thankful to each and every person who chooses to sit down, laugh with me, talk with me, comment with me. I just really appreciate you guys. I really enjoy doing this, so it gives me great joy when you guys are just enjoying the channel and subscribing to the channel and commenting and stuff. It's a good time over here. So if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, what's up? What you been up to, crazy? So I got trapped in a whole bunch of story times about being a 304, running a 304, being a pimp, being a player. And I'm a Larry June fan. I love Larry June. I love him so much. You know, me and him, we used to have a thing. Yeah, we used to have a thing. It was in my head. But yeah, I used to be really in love with him. Then I seen him take them glasses off and them eyes was every which way. I said, well, sure do enjoy your music, friend. But in his music, he's always talking about pimping women, a snow bunny, a woman doing this for him, a woman doing that for him. And I never really got the understanding that women were really doing that, even though I hear men always be like, 304s, 304s, 304s. I never thought to myself that they were still around, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I found some stories and I said, we should watch them.
I got you with a story time. My homegirl said I need to start doing my story times about my whole
304 story time. Trick put me in his will, then unalived himself.
adventures when I was a 304. So,
Excuse you?
I guess here's the first one. What the
Hey,
fuck?
girl.
This fucking thing in my car. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story about probably the wildest 304 adventure I ever had. So, prepare, because once upon a time, I went out to a local high-end cigar bar with some of my friends because they were down here from Jersey in Florida when I lived in Florida at the time. And I was like, okay, cool, like let's go to the cigar bar. And it was notorious for having rich people and sometimes celebrities.
That makes me very nervous about Sprinkle's advice when she's like, oh, take yourself out to a nice bar, sit at the bar, dress up really nice, wait for the man to come. And I almost did that. But now that I'm about to listen to her story, I'm like, dang, I wonder if the men in there feel like all the girls in there are 304s. So then if I go in there, they're going to think that all they got to do is pay me and then I'm going to do something. Well, they're going to be sadly mistaken.
So this gentleman, who is a very well-to-do, very well-known man, approached me and at the bar, and he was showing me videos of him and his girlfriend, and like I'm talking about literally ordered me a drink and pulled up pornos on his phone and just showed them to me. Didn't even know my name, just was like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, wow.
I'd have been like, okay, boom. I'd have slapped that phone out of his hand so fast. Boy, don't be doing that. Don't be showing me nothing in my face like that. Who you think you are? No, don't disrespect my eyes with that in my face. If I wanted anything in my face, it definitely wouldn't be no corn of you and someone else. Ugh.
Then he proceeds to be like, you look like you're a 304, are you? And I was like, well, I'm not here on that tip, but if you're talking about a bag, then sure. What could be the harm? Like, what you trying to do? Buddy pulls me to a Bentley in the parking lot, pulls out a briefcase with, I don't know how much hundreds in it, but it was a big briefcase full of hundreds and every party favor you can think of in a copious fucking amount. I'm talking about big fucking thing of, and every other one you can, just all of them. They were all in there.
Girl, you was nervous?
Like, $5,000 for an hour. He was like, okay. And I'm like, what? Who are you? And then I found out who he was later, but we'll get to that. So then I was like, okay, cool. Like, we're going to your place or a hotel. What are we doing? And we went to his house, and it was this big ass house in the middle of the woods. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. But I got paid up front, and I got a Venmo, and I Venmoed my friends. So we were all getting paid, baby. And when I get there, we're like going to his house, and it's like fucking pictures of every mafia and mob leader that ever existed in the whole wide world all over his walls. Sorry, I like moved to a better parking spot. So yeah, where was I? We were at his mafia themed house.
Is that a baby in the background? Did I just hear a baby? I think I just heard a baby.
And Buddy pulled me into this huge master bedroom. And everything was black marble everywhere. Everything was black sheets, black curtains. It was really cool, but I'm like, something ain't right though. He gets in the shower and he's like, let me wash out my peach. I'm like, wash out your peach? What you trying to do? He pulls out a 18-inch eggplant, and it goes like, I'm like, you want to use that on?
Hey friends, if you got any children, dogs, people who shouldn't be hearing about what's about to happen, I suggest you get them out the room now. I'ma just give you a second. Cause right now she's talking about booty holes. Putting stuff in booty holes.
He's like, no, you're gonna use it on me. I said, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, I want to do it in the other room, in the media room. So he had like a theater. So we go into this theater, and in the theater, it's like a fucking massive television. I mean, like 100-inch TV, probably some shit, and it's
probably a movie screen, girl.
Like fucking bright, like bright white. The room looked like a hospital room, sterilized white, but it was all like white marble, and it was white couches, huge TV, and it's just blaring porno. Like,
oh, that's why he wanted to go volume in there.
And I forgot to mention, I don't even know how I forgot to mention this, but he had this assistant, and for I don't even know what to give him a nickname, but he had this guy, and he was like his right-hand man. He paid him to like handle his affairs, whatever, like a butler, but he was like a country butler, and he talked like this. And I mean, this guy was walking around with a gun on his hip, and I'm like, this is just so weird. But like, I'm already committed. I'm a little tipsy, whatever. We're here. We're doing it, bro. He tells his assistant to sit and watch, or else he can't catch a hard eggplant. I'm like, this is getting weird. And then I'm using it on him, and he's like, ah. It was crazy. He was literally crying like a little girl. Then he proceeds to start sucking his thumb and calling me mommy. And he's like, mommy, please, mommy. I like to watch you get undressed, mommy. I want to watch you get undressed, mommy. I'm like, bruh, really? You have a mom kink? And you're into your partner. And he's like, it's not gay, right? It's not gay that I want you to watch me, right? It's not gay that I need you to watch me. I need you to watch me. I'm like, oh my God, poor thing. And the guy was like, bro, I'm straight. Like, I do not want to do this right now. But, and then the guy was like, I'll pay you anything. Lord have fucking mercy. So, then, as if things couldn't get any fucking weirder, they give me mushrooms.
Now that's where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line. It's been way too many vegetables in this garden, and I don't want to add any more, if you understand what I'm saying. So if the mushrooms ain't for, I don't know, making a nice salad, and the mushrooms are non-drug mushrooms, I don't want them. I would rather remain a little bit tipsy, get out of here, and leave well enough alone. I would be traumatized. I can't even believe she was tough enough, but maybe this might be her former profession. I don't know how she was even tough enough to be like, yeah, let's go. As soon as I seen a whole bunch of money in a briefcase full of a lot of drugs, like she said, girl, I'd be like, you know what? I gotta get out of here. Cause I know that's probably attached to something. It's something that I don't want it to. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get caught up with that. I don't want to be in the wrong place, wrong time type of situation. I'm gonna just go ahead, get out of here, get on home. But she said she gonna make her money.
And then I started to peek. As I'm peeking, we're in the room. The guy is like crying his eyes out. He's like, bro, I will never be able to live with myself. He starts losing his mind. I mean, he was literally like, I've never had a girl make me feel like this before. Like, I cannot continue to live. He wrote a will, put me in the will. And after he put me in the will, he started trying to write a letter to unalive himself. He told me his dad unalived himself in his garage in front of him, and his mom is DEAD, and that he was about to unalive himself too. I'm like, bruh, you need to pay me more. Bruh, he Venmoed me $2,000 more. At this point, we're at like $7,500 because he paid my friend's tabs at the bar and shit, and he gave me $5,000, and then he gave me another $2,000. So we're at $7,500. It gets way worse. So then after I'm on shrooms at this point, and he's like putting me in a will, crying, losing.
I ain't trying to say her story ain't true, but how she remember all this stuff if she was on shrooms?
Mine, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, so what? Like what? And the guy is like, don't worry about it. His assistant, and I smashed because I'm on the shrooms. This guy wants to get pegged, and I don't like that. I'm not into that. Like, I'll do it for bread back before, but like I don't get off like that. And I'm on the shroomies, and I'm like, I need it, bruh. I smashed the assistant while the other guy watched us on his cameras, because there was cameras everywhere, and he got off. Like, it was just insane. Then the night kind of like died down after I smashed the assistant. The other guy was like running in circles in his house talking about unaliving himself. I ordered an Uber. Actually, I even made them pay for the Uber. I Ubered home. This is in the middle of the pandemic, so this Uber is taking me home. I'm still rolling. I'm tripping sack. I get to my condo, and I see that I got another Venmo for $1,500 to keep my mouth shut. And I want to say that I kept getting payments from this guy for about 2 to 3 months after this, just to stay quiet, like $1,000 at a time. So all in all, I made about $15,000 to $20,000 off of just one night. And then he unalived himself. And that's the end of my story. Let me follow up about the story time of my trick who unalived himself. That shit was crazy. So if you haven't seen part 1, go to part 1 because the story is wild as hell. After he was making when he was making all the payments after, like for me to just be quiet or whatever, so after the whole story time day happened and he was doing those payments for those couple months, he would message me on like Instagram on a private account, and I peeped that it had his Govy because his Venmo didn't have his Govy in it. And like usually I vet my clients, but him I didn't vet because he just, I don't know, he looked familiar. So I look up his Govy and I asked some of my other 304 friends, I'm like, do you know this guy? And girls, when I tell you I opened up a damn Pandora box of stories about this man and who he was, I was like, I'm joking. So multiple of my 304 friends have had encounters with this gentleman, and they all had similar encounters, but nothing as wild as mine. I guess I was like the number one, like the last adventure for him, I guess. He had a history of doing things like that, like, you know, like peach play and like mommy kink things, but never really fully the mommy thing, just like having girls do stuff in the, you know, in the trunk.
Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but do you sense a little embellishment? Because I'm sensing a little embellishment. Now, you might have done she might have did something a little different than what her homegirls did with him. But you did something so different. He wanted to unalive himself, but not with none of your homegirls. I believe one or two things is true. Either he did something so different with her, it's not comparable to her homegirl's experience, or he always gets this high and threatens to unalive himself whenever he's in there doing some crazy stuff with his ass. That's probably what's happening here. I don't believe that it was just her and his experience with her that made him be like, I got to go. I got to write up a will and unalive myself. I don't believe that happened.
So when I looked up his government name off his Instagram, because his fake account, dumbass, followed his real account. So I went on his real account, girl, and I see his full name. I asked, one of the girls knew about his like real life, and I'm like, what the fuck does he do for money? So they told me he sells DR00GS, like all of them. So that's why that briefcase was full of it. And I heard that he was the son of a really rich entrepreneur, and the father unalived himself, and then the mom unalived herself.
So this is where it starts to get tricky. So he's not only a street dude, but he's also a son of an entrepreneur, but then his parents also unalive themselves, and then he's threatening to
after the father. And so he inherited like a couple $1 billion. Like he was a billionaire, and he was just selling party favors, I guess, for fun. I don't know. But the city I was in and all of the neighboring big cities all knew this guy, because he would drop like hundreds of thousands of dollars on and other party favors and sell it to his rich friends. So he was like
how he's selling it to his rich friends, and he is the rich friend. How? I don't understand her right now. I don't understand what she's saying.
He like lord, a low-key like DRUG lord, I guess. I didn't know that. I mean, I had a feeling, you know, he kind of carried himself like he was wearing like those like a suit, and like he was like smelled good, and he had like a slick back, and he got a fancy ass watch. It was just really like old-timey, old money vibe. You could tell he'd been around. Mind you, this man was my age. So I'm 25, I'm gonna be 26 tomorrow. He was only at the time like 24 or 25. So
I ain't even trying to be funny. I thought me and her were the same age. I'm 34. I'm like, okay, so this is in her heyday, in her early 20s. Okay, we're currently in her early 20s. Oh.
So he wasn't even an old guy. He was a young guy going through all these afflictions. As I'm stalking him on social media and stuff, and I'm like finding out like we have so many people in common. It was insane. Like we literally knew like all the same people. So I started digging even deeper. Apparently he owed this guy who's a plug like almost $1 million, and he was like in serious debt to someone who was really scary. And like, I mean, he didn't scare me, I knew the guy, but he owed this guy like some serious cheddar. And I guess that was also one of the like, I wasn't the end all, okay bitches, I wasn't the whole reason he did that, but I definitely did not help. I made him feel things. And so yeah, he was a DRUG lord, like based out of South Florida, and I guess his masculinity, macho persona just couldn't take it. And he was, I'm telling you, this guy was handsome. Like he had beautiful blue eyes, perfect clear skin, like a nice beard. He was attractive, like he was attractive as they come for a white guy. And I just guess he couldn't take it. When he unalived himself, he left a letter, and he didn't mention me in the letter that he gave to like the assistant dude to give to his family, but he did send me messages right before he did it from his private account to me. So I'll tell you what he said. I don't have my other phone with me where I'm logged into my old Instagram, but I can pretty much summarize it because I read it back again. And I also just like, multiple people kind of made me feel bad about like saying the whole truth about what he said whenever he did what he did. But he basically was like, you know, you made me realize like that I am a homosexual, and he told me that he was like abused by his mom, like he went to jail and prison, and he snitched on a bunch of people, and they all group abused him sexually, and like it was just a mess. Like he just had so much unresolved trauma. It was really bad. And like I said, I wasn't the whole reason, but I was definitely like the catalyst for him like ending his life. He also said like, how dare you be so beautiful. It was weird. Like the like letter, Instagram unalive letter that he left me was just intense. Like let's get to what he left me.
Girl, let's get you some shocks on your car. Girl, get your shit fixed. Shoot, stop going over potholes. Learn how to drive right or don't drive at all. Golly.
So he left me a piece of land in Kentucky. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I guess it has like horses and shit on it. I didn't go look at it. I said I didn't want it because I just felt really bad. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, in retrospect, I should have fucking kept that shit because I'm fucking traumatized too. I should have fucking kept that shit. But I told his assistant, just give me money, like whatever that plot of land is worth. I just wanted it money. So I took it in cash. But now that I think about it, bitch, I kind of want a pony, okay? So, yeah,
you're so funny.
A bunch of horses and like a little ranch and a little tiny house on it. I told the assistant, give me the money. I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want his family putting up to this property and being like, what is this 304 doing in here? Like, where did this Latina come from? So, yeah, you know.
What she just did was tell us a fictional story. She just told us something we could read in an urban romance novel, something that we could read from Miss Lady P. If y'all know who she is, love Miss Lady P. Something we could read from Zane. We could read this story in Zane. We could read it from Zane. Carl Weber, we could read that. We could read it in that one. Any BET book, we could read this exact same story because it ain't real. It's made up. The author has to continuously build on top of the plot to make it interesting. And that's what she just did. Because probably the only thing that probably happened, she got some money to smash, and it was probably 500, not 5,000. But tell me if I'm wrong in the comments.
So y'all, this gonna be a story.
Who eats a donut with hot sauce on it? Just doing anything for clicks. And if y'all recognize who she is, she's off of Now That's TV.
Over time or when, you know, I've been told y'all had turned my ex down low fiance into a PIMP. So this gonna be the story time on when we knock this girl, y'all. Knock me. I got a girl to join our team. Yeah.
Oh, I see what she's doing. She's putting a very, 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 very little bit on it. She's taking a really big bite so she doesn't have to taste the hot sauce. But this is good clickbait because if you're watching somebody eat something nasty, you're gonna keep on watching them.
So boom, we end up meeting this girl. She go by Star. That's her name, but her ass and stuff, she posts her Lakeshore. I went over there to Highway 280. Yes, Highway 280 with all them upscale, discreet tricks. So y'all, we go to Vestavia Hills, y'all. I think we was at the motherfucking Red Roof. Yeah, we was at the Red Roof. Sriracha, donut, the must try. We at the Red Roof, y'all. So everybody know how the gang go. I make some money, I give all my money to Fred. So that means if you make some money, you give all your money to Fred. Okay, so boom. She did a couple of dates. Don't y'all know every time she did a date, she wasn't getting in the tub. She wasn't washing that.
Look at how you eat. She eat like a dog. That's how she eats. Krishan, these type of women, it's like they was never taught to chew with their mouths closed and just smacking. I don't even think she's chewing the food. I think she's just swallowing whole pieces of donut. She can get her a little napkin and be like, okay, so so this was what was happening and da. You just
Baby, you in a damn sink like you was a bird, taking a bird bath. Bitch, you need some break. So boom, I end up letting him know, because as a bottom, you gonna let your daddy know everything. So I'm letting him know everything. I'm talking bad about her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's usually what bottom girls do. When somebody new come on the team, you gonna report it all to dad. You gonna tell him everything about the. So y'all, I'm reporting it. I'm like, she ain't even taking a bath. She taking wash-ups in the sink.
She about to take the biggest bite she can because she knows this is nasty. It's nasty. It's not good. I don't know why she's sitting up there. It's good. Try it. Must try. So good. No, it's not.
I want her to sleep with us.
And I know her booty hole gonna be on fire.
So y'all, him, Mr. Freaky. Later that night, it come, okay, and we all get in the bed for way. way. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we all get in the bed. He proceed to me, and then he end up her. Why would you put your mouth on a new person in our campaign? You don't even know her. She ain't even gave you enough money to be putting your mouth on her, let alone giving her the Peter whacker. So I'm just going along with it because, babe, I'm a bottom. I ain't never jealous of no girl, babe. I look better than you. My shape better.
Is it just me, or can you smell what that room probably smelled like with 3 of them in there? Because I feel like I will never date a player or a pimp if they sitting up there eating the coochies that they sell. I will never, ever, because if what she's saying is true, and oh, girls, Nana was stinky, and I know by the way that she's smacking, she don't really be staying clean. What she's eating too, I can tell you right now, that pH is off. See, it ain't, I mean, it is about you being clean, don't get me wrong, but it's also about what you eat as a woman as to how your Nana is gonna smell. Yeah, and I could tell she ain't no water drinker either. So I wouldn't even want to kiss him or imagine what this room smelled like. Because I know it don't smell right.
Teeth, fresh, down there, all of this. So I wasn't worried. I was upset though, because he started munching on this girl like she tasted like rainbow Skittles and $1 million. What? I said, hold on, baby, break this. Yes, I did. I got in my jealous mode, baby. Yes, I was at that moment. Do you hear me?
Could you imagine if a dude you was messing with was like, no, I only like to eat dirty coochie ass? Like, I'm sorry. I didn't even make you. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. But she telling us that he munched the carpet. He said, I like when the fish ain't clean. I like when you ain't rinsed it out. I like when it got a little leftoverness in it. I like it. Girl, you sure you want to keep on working for Fred? Because it sounds like Fred got a couple screws loose. Fred the type, he might give head to both men and women.
I was a FAGGOT at that moment. Because what the hell she seeing her getting treated like she done made $1 million or paid you at least 10 racks, 20 racks like I did? Why is she seeing her getting 8 up? 8 up and I ain't even fresh at that. So boom, y'all. When I get up, she get up. Cause y'all, have y'all ever knocked a girl that was into you and not your daddy? She was all into me. So I knew if I stopped this 3-way, she was gonna get up and didn't want him to touch her. So I ended up getting up, got an attitude, went in my feelings, went in the restroom, y'all. He ended up texting the phone because she followed me in the restroom. He ended up texting the phone. Damn, I see what's up. Y'all just gonna use me for the top, huh? Hell yeah, we gonna use you for the top. Because why are you sitting here eating on this girl? She new to our campaign. This ain't my wifey. I didn't even really like her. But anyway, I knocked her because I knew I can knock. Like, I knock both females and males. That's what I do. I'm bisexual. So boom, y'all. So y'all done use me for some head. Woo, woo, woo.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry, because now I don't even believe her either. I think she lying on parts of this as well.
Y'all, when I say it was nothing else to be said after that. So boom, she get to the point where she do another date. She don't want to pay us the money. She like, I want some money for myself. Well, I got to get him all my money. This is the game, baby. This is called 16 and 304. And do you know what that mean, baby? Horn. What you mean you don't want to pass him no more money? That's how you end up getting left. Let me tell y'all, baby, because I left her for dead. Yes, I did. So she didn't want to pay us the money after the client, who she just left. I think he gave her, what, 100? Because you, baby, yeah, she was doing the low. She didn't even know what to charge. I taught her all about the game. Now she still be going to Birmingham, Alabama. Posted as Cupcake. So if you in Birmingham, Alabama on list crawlers, look up Cupcake, baby, and you will see she look like a smoker now. Baby, how you younger than me and look like a smoker? Anyway, she didn't want to pay us the money. So I ended up telling her, I said, she talking about she don't want to give you no money, but I'm giving you all my money. She talking about she want to have some money in her pocket. So woo. This not that. Baby, when she had another client, what we did was proceed, because we knew she was finna take the $60. You better be lucky we left you in the room, girl, so you can get on your good foot, big foot. So boom, y'all, we ended up leaving her stuck in Birmingham, Alabama. Yes, packed all our stuff and left her, baby. Went right on back to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about my daddy, baby, he was trapping bowls. So he ain't have to just trap on 304s. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we go right back to Memphis and my daddy started working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the block, on Winchester and Mill Branch, baby, at the Sitco. Before they changed the Sitco, baby, because we used to have the Sitco locked down in the Haven. Y'all know what's going on. So, boom, we go to the Sitco. He getting his money, baby. She got her sister Neil called and then texting me through. Why you leave my sister out of town for that? You wrong for that, Kenyatta. Baby, first of all, I'm Coco Chanel, not Kenyatta. You don't know me like that. Don't you never address me as Kenyatta. So, yeah, end up leaving her for dead, baby, because in this game, baby, if you don't pay what you weigh, you gonna get left for DOA, death, on my soul. But, yeah, y'all, this is the story time of how we end up pimping that girl, baby. And I can give you a part, too, because why this girl still want to fight me? Why this girl still want to fight me to this day? On my soul, this girl want to beat me up. No, baby, you won't get this wig. No.
Her story was extremely animated and I was following along for a second, but I started getting lost at the end. Do I think that this really happened? To a certain extent, but I think her dude or her daddy or whatever, I think he ended up liking the other girl and ended up going with the other girl. I don't think anything else happened. And how crazy do you got to be with a dude who could easily go to work, whether it's in the streets or a real job, and he got you out here selling coochie? And giving him the money for all the coochie that you sold? What? Hell no.
My soul, this girl want to beat me up. No, baby, you won't get this wig. No.
Okay, so I've always been a for my man type of girl, but you know what? These men will have you in some suspicious fucking shit, right? Okay, so back in the day, I had liked this boy, and when I say like bitch, like I liked him, like ooh. So he was saying like shit like, oh, like, you gotta show me you fuck with me. Now, mind you, I'm like young.
Anytime a dude says that to me, abort mission. I can't talk to you no more. I can't deal with you no more. No. Because what you're not about to make me do is go through an auditioning process in order to be with you. And I don't even know what that comes with. You think I'm about to put up a PowerPoint presentation to prove to you why you should talk to me as opposed to us just getting to know each other. But then again, I guess we on a different side. We like to really date our men and get to know them and stuff like that. We ain't on the same type of time that they on, but still, if a man was trying to tell me, you got to show me why I should talk to you, why I should mess with you. No, I don't, because I'm not asking you to show me why you should talk to me. I'm just asking you to meet me in the middle and get to know each other and see if we work out. And if we don't, then we could just part.
Like, whatever, like, I'll show you, like, that I fuck with you, like. But what you mean by that, for real? What you mean by that, friend? Like, what you mean, daddy? So, boom. Bitch, why? Okay, we're texting, and he's like, you gonna show me that you fuck with me? And I'm like, shit, yeah. So he was like, buy this flight. And he sent me the link. Girl, why the flight taking off in like 3 hours? First of all, what?
I'm not going.
Shit, like 3 hours never meant nothing to me if it's for my man. So yes, I bought the flight, right? But why the flight was like,
that ain't even your man yet. That is not even your man yet for you to be taking a whole flight out of town in 3 hours. Y'all know we talked about that one girl, that goofy, who was like, yeah, I went all the way out of town and then he was with this whole other family. Yeah.
$600 one way, girl. What? And I did not even have money like that. So like this was my last little $600. But you know what, baby? I'm finna show you I'm down for you. Yeah, right or die. So I buy the flight and he's like, okay, baby, just pack a couple of clothes and no suitcases though, only a carry-on. He's like, a small carry-on, nothing too big. I'm like, shit, fuck it. Okay, I got a Louis duffel that I've been waiting to bust because I stole it. But yeah, I was waiting to bust it. So I'm like, okay, bet. So then, girl, why does it come down to the part where I'm like, okay, like, where are we meeting? He's like,
now, I don't know why her words stopped being in sync with her video. I don't know why, but it starts to slow down.
Like, he gave me this little location, and girl, why? It was in a motherfucking alley, like a dark alley. It was pitch.
This is getting worse and worse.
But I really didn't give a fuck. I said, okay, bet. Like, my mom finna drop me off. Like, mom, get in my car, drop me off, take my car back to your crib. Keep my shit, girl. Like, come on. Because I got to be my man. I got to show him I'm down. We're going on our first little vacation together. Like, I was so happy. Like, I was so excited. Okay, so we get to the little alley, and when like I was nervous because I'm like, okay, damn, I could barely see the car. I'm looking at my mama like, bitch, it's black as fuck out here. Like, what are we gonna do? And she's like, are you sure this is safe? I really don't feel comfortable with you doing this. With woo, you barely know him. But I'm looking at her like, anything for my man. Leave me alone. Let me out the car. So my mama play too much. She let me out the car. She gonna yell out the window, I got your license plate number. Like, girl, you're so fucking embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. Not you spending the last of your $600 to go and visit a man who says you have to be to where he's at in 3 hours, and it's a totally different place. Your mother is embarrassing for getting your plate number or whoever's plate number or whatever in order to try and keep you safe. Your mother is embarrassing. First of all, I don't know what your mother did to make you think that this was okay behavior. Second of all, your mother is trying to protect you. I would have just listened to my mom and not went on with it.
So boom, we get in the car. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, it was him and it was his friend.
Nope, not doing that one either. If I go on a date and I see it's him and his friend, I'm be like, oh, never mind, I'm going home. Cause why am I here with y'all? Y'all too. What y'all think about to happen? Not that. This ain't that type of party. No, we're not doing that. So I'm going home.
He introduced me to friend. The friend seemed really nice. So we get to the airport and we walk in.
I tried to avoid calling her stupid, but she's a pretty shell with a dumb no brain. She ain't got no brain. She's stupid. She's stupid. She needed a mom who said, you know what? I love you with everything I got in me, but you real stupid. You real pretty, but it seemed like that beauty done confused your mind to where you ain't got common sense. That's what I'd have had to do.
Together. No, scratch that, bitch. I should be knowing red flags when I see them. Okay, we did not walk in together. Boom, peep this. He tells me to get out the car, drag these 2 suitcases to the check bag line. Girl, the suitcases were so heavy. Mind you, at this time, I'm only like 93 pounds. And yes, bitch, I was eating. I was just skinny, okay? So don't do too much in the comments. So I'm like,
dang, don't it seem like they all act alike? They all act alike with that. So then, like, whoosh. Okay.
Taking the suitcases through the elevator. Through the airport. I'm just like, oh my God, like, why did he pack so much? And why do I have the bags? First of all, and why he ain't come in with me? And then I see the friend across the airport, and then he like kind of comes in like a little later, and he meets me at the thing, and he made me pay for the motherfucking bags. What is going on here? So I pay for the bags. I check.
Desperate. I'm desperate. I'm so desperate. Because she is desperate as hell. Pay for who bags? Pay for who bags? Pick up who bags? Ride with who? There would have been so many things that I was like, no. But you know, we different than her.
In under my name, and nothing is clicking in my mind. Nothing is registering. And he's like, okay, baby.
Y'all know what he got to do.
When you get up there, and she checked the bags, he said, if she asks why it's so heavy, say that you're moving to Atlanta. I'm like, okay. He was like, each bag should be 50 pounds on the dot. No more, no less. So they should not charge you anything extra. I'm like, okay. This nigga real militant. God damn. But all right, babe. So I check in the bags or whatever, and he's like, I'm like, are you like, where's your bags? Are you gonna check in your bags? He's like, I'm on a separate flight and I don't have any bags. And he was like, when we go through this airport in TSA, he was like, you don't know me, I don't know you, you don't know my homeboy, he don't know you, don't nobody know nobody, don't.
Can we say mule? Mule. If you don't know what a mule is, it's the dumb person who takes from one place to another, whether they swallow the pack the put it on their body, put it in a car. And usually mules are very, very pretty girls who the police will not suspect if they were to get involved because, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, of course she couldn't be carrying drugs with her. She's so beautiful. This ain't the 80s. This is not the 80s. They done caught on. And she's so, people say green, she's so naive and dumb with no street sense, messing with street dudes. That's another thing too. You cannot mess with street dudes if you do not have street sense. If you do not grow up in that environment, I strongly recommend against playing with that type of fire. She ain't got no street sense. Soon as he was telling me, catch this flight 3 hours, you can't bring a bag. Why can't I bring that back? Why ain't you paying for my flight? Why your friend here? Why would we go through TSA? I got to take the bags. Why am I the one weighing the bags? Why am I the only one carrying these heavy bags? Well, why is your friend here still? So why can't I know you? I would have had way too many questions. You know why? Because I'm street smart. Her, not so much.
Talk to nobody, don't look at nobody, just mind your business and go sit down in your seat. I'm like, well, I saw this nigga weird. This motherfucker is so weird, because what are you even talking about now? This shit strange, but you know what? I like you a little bit still. So we get through TSA. Mind you, both niggas disappeared. I have no idea where these niggas went. I don't know where they sitting. I get to my seat. I'm looking on the flight because he said the friend had the same flight as me. I'm looking, I don't see nobody, but he said I don't know nobody. And I'm like, shit, you know what? I really actually don't know this nigga, but I just want to know where he's sitting. And you got a whole nother flight. You didn't even tell me about it. This shit strange as a motherfucker, girl. What the fuck I be doing, right? I just be doing shit. So boom, I realized when I had put the bags on the scales for the lady to check them in, she was like, wow, these bags are really heavy. And she was like 50 pounds on the mark. She was like, that's cool. But when she lifted and put it on the scale, girl, it was loud as hell. I said, oh shit, it's weed in there. It is motherfucking trees. Ho loud. Okay. All right, whatever. I'm just like, you know? So I knew what the hell was going on. So I'm on the phone with my best friend. Girl, why the fuck I start crying? I'm like, bitch, you done had me checking some dumb. I'm finna go to jail. They finna get me at the motherfucking baggage claim. Cause mind you, I ain't never did this before. Like, never in my life have I just checked in some shit. Like, what? But you know what? It's all for my man, bitch. He done got me, bitch. Oh, bamboozle. Ah! So she like, shit, when you get to the baggage claim, she said, just stand there. She's like, the worst. Like, what do you mean just stand there? Like, just stand there and watch the bags go? I'm standing there, like, and I got her on the phone. She like, don't hang up. So I'm standing by the baggage claim and I'm just watching the bags go. I'm like, shit. So then I see like 2 niggas come up and they swoop the bags. I'm like, shit, that's my shit. And then the niggas look at me, they walk over to me and they like, hey, come on, get in the black car outside, black truck. Get in the black truck, and you done took the bags. What the fuck is going on? But you know what my little dumb ass did? I got in that black truck. Why? I don't know. They told me to. I just be doing shit. Oh my soul. They could have kidnapped me and took our motherfucking product. Because what? So girl, I go to the car, the black truck. They put the bags in the back. I open the door. Boom. It's the friend. It's another girl. And it's 2 dudes. I'm like, okay. Damn, how the friend get here before me? Oh my soul, I did not see you, not know where. This nigga is like a motherfucking ninja or something. Like, how did you get here? Where did this girl come from? It was just too much. And then they're like, hey, you talked to him? Did he land yet? I don't know. He ain't tell me shit. That nigga said act like I don't know him. So when am I supposed to act like I know him again? Tell me. So bitch, the man, he finally lands. He texts me. He's like, did they get you? Are you safe? I'm like, yes. They like, all right, we need to go pick him up. We pick him up. Girl, why we go to the motherfucking W? I'm like, oh, it's nice downtown. Okay. Girl, we got up there. They didn't start unpackaging that shit. I'm like, this is a motherfucking shame. I'm a criminal. And then they like dump all that shit on the bed and then they left. And he was like, he handed me a little, you know, and he was like, don't answer the door for nobody. He said, not even housekeeping. And if they come in this room, let it off. And I'm like, oh, wait. You want me to let this motherfucker off? Like, I don't even know how to let this motherfucker off, but like.
I'm trying to stay quiet and let her finish her story, but she's so hyped about this that she doesn't realize she's the dummy in the mission.
Nigga, if somebody after us, please let me know on my soul, please, because I don't have time for no bullshit. Like,
Oh my God. Because what is going on? And all I remember was the motherfucker came back with like $80,000. He counted it. He left again. He left me the boom. He put the 80 racks in the safe. Boom, locked it. He said, remember, I said, don't let nobody in this room. If it's housekeeping, I don't care. If somebody come in, let it off. I got you. What the fuck do I be doing? I just be doing shit. I just been doing shit for a long time because what type of life have I lived? Like, what was I doing back then? But it was all for my motherfucking man. He ain't even my man no more. I was so in like, I didn't even love that motherfucker, but I was so in like.
So many things to unpack here. First of all, he had all of this money, all of this product, and he still had you pay your way. And you sitting up there, I liked him. This is a prime example of the baddie culture and all of them girls turning younger girls dumb as hell. So you would have shot somebody because they came through the door at the W. You're out of town. You ain't got no money. So you would have went to jail because you liked a man who told you to act like you don't even know him when he gets to the airport. Matter of fact, you liked a man and you called him your man and he put you directly in harm's way and you call him your man? Girl, no. See, girls like this, men prey on girls like this who are pretty and stupid because they know I can get you to do whatever I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and take this across the way. Oh, how do I make you feel special? Okay, I'm going to take you to a nice restaurant. I'm going to have sex with her. I'm going to slide her a couple of $100s, but she knows she ain't my girl, but she's going to keep on running these dummy missions. Ain't no amount of money going to add up to you getting locked up for several years and having a strike on your record because you liked a man so much and you wanted to prove to him that you was down for him. What? No, that ain't no ride or die nothing. If I could get a message out to all of our young homegirls, it would be, do not become a ride or die for no man. No man. Become, I want to enjoy life with some man. And why her head so big?
Me while being there. So I was in Seattle and this was back in like July, let's say. So I usually like don't get in pickup trucks or like trucks because some weird shit happened to me in Houston over there. But this particular time, it's my HP, which is a whole partner. I'm gonna call her, let's say, Rose. So I'm standing, let's just say like right here or whatever. And Rose, I see Rose over there talking to a truck. So I kind of mind my business because I'm like, I don't even like trucks like that anyways. So after that, she was talking to him for a while, and then I see there was another dude in the passenger seat. Money was calling, but so back to what I was saying. So she was talking to him for a while or whatever. So I go over there and I go to the driver's side and I'm talking to the driver. The driver is a white male. He looks like he's probably in his 20s. He looks like a gamer, like a geek kind of. And the passenger is a black male. He's in his 20s as well. He looks like a geek as well. So at this time, I'm trying to persuade the driver into basically seeing me. And for some reason, he's really like, no, I'm okay. Like, I'm really okay. But see, in this world, we take that as, just apply a little more pressure. We gonna get it. So fast forward to boom, me persuading him. He ended up saying, okay, let me ask my friend, which is the passenger. So I look at his friend. He's like, should I? His friend was like, yeah. So this is where I messed up at. So I ended up getting in the truck. And what I always do is, for one, I always sit in the front seat, but I always make sure to roll down my window and make sure the door is unlocked and that I can open it. This time, I just maybe because the room was literally so close, like 1 minute away, I didn't really think anything of it to roll down my window and make sure the door opens. I just made sure the door can unlock. So literally, as we're pulling out, it's like you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're gonna be out the room. So as we're pulling out, he's like, oh, do you guys want to go get some liquor? And me and Rose was like, no, we're okay, we're fine. We're turned up enough for y'all. So he's really like, dang, okay, we wanted some liquor. And I'm like, no, baby, y'all fine. So then after that, I'm like, okay, you make a right here for the room. He ended up passing it up. So I have PTSD because other crazy shit has happened, but like not as crazy as this. So I immediately like tried to open my door to get out, and I couldn't get out the car. So then that's when I was like, hey, like, you know, turn around, like our room is right there or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm about to turn back around. So we get to the light and he didn't turn back around. Like, I'm like, hey, like, let us out. Like, you know, I'm already like, look, I'm not that type to tell. Look, if you want my phone, you can keep my phone, whatever. Just let me out of this car. So I'm looking at Rose, and Rose is looking at me like she really can't believe this. And I'm really just like, let us out. Like, he's still driving and driving and driving. Like, we even stopped at a fucking red light, and it was like 2 police cars that like passed us by. And like it's so tinted. Sorry, it was money calling again. But yeah, so we're both just like looking at each other, and like we really can't believe it right now that this is happening to us. So I start getting in like defense mode. I'm looking at the dude in the passenger seat, which is the black guy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I can definitely take him. Like, oh, I got him, you know? Like, I was like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking like everything else. So boom, I start trying to go towards the passenger side and like open the door, right? But dude pulled out a gun on me. Oh my gosh. He put out a gun on me. He was like, what are you doing? Sit down. What do you think you're doing? Do you want me to kill you? Do you want me to shoot you? I'm just looking at Rose like, no. This is not happening to me. No, this is not happening to me. So at this point, I'm like, what are you doing this for? Like, we didn't do nothing. Like, look, I'm not the type to tell the police. You know, like, my bad. Like, money just keep calling. So my bad for the interruptions. But so yeah, so he's still driving, and at this time my phone is broke, so I couldn't call my folks right away. Like, the LED screen was broke. So once I finally got to where I can press FaceTime, I just FaceTime and I turned my phone all the way down and I put my phone on my lap. So I'm just like, I'm basically letting him know without actually telling him directly. I'm like, look, you have a gun. Like, why are you trying to kidnap us? Just leave us alone. Like, we didn't do anything. Like, why are you not stopping? Where are you taking us? Mind you, at this time, Rose had already called her folks. Her folks still had not came anything. So at this point, it really registered in my head that we're really getting kidnapped. So I didn't really do any more begging or pleading. I literally just start praying to God. Like, I swear to God, like, I really start praying. I damn near start speaking in tongue. Like, they were looking at me freaked out. They were like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Rose was looking at me like, oh my God. Like, it looked like she even wanted to cry. Like, I was crying, just praying to God, like, really like praying to God. So they literally like stopped in like this alleyway in between apartments and was telling me to calm down. Like, what's wrong? Like, calm down. Hey. And then this is what made me think they were undercovers as well, because they were like, who do you work for? This and that. I don't work for nobody. You know, so I kept it like that. And then that's when my folks pulled up. But at this time, I don't know if they're undercovers or not. So I'm acting like I don't know him. They're like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? I'm like, I don't know. Me and Rose was like, we don't know. He was like, you guys have trackers? I'm like, I only have a tracker to my sister. Like, that's it. Like, you got to think about it. We were screaming. This could have been an innocent civilian that just heard it or something, you know. So at this time, the white dude put out his gun too and cocked it back. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, please don't shoot him. Like, he's an Indian civilian. Like, he doesn't have anything to do with this. Like, he probably just heard or whatever. So I was like, he probably just heard or whatever. So boom, my folks was coming up to the car or whatever. And he was like, let them out. Like, let them out the car right now. Let them out. Mind you, Rose folks still have not pulled up. So that's when the dude had to say open or something for the fucking car to unlock or something. Then the black dude came around and opened one of the doors. It was just so fucking weird, right? So as soon as he opened the door, I literally like got out the car and just started running. I didn't run to my folks right away because I didn't want them to think like, if this was undercover, it's like, okay, yeah, that's her folks right there, get them. So I immediately just started running. I hopped like a whole bunch of fences and shit. And I was just so scared, like, oh my gosh. Like, and the one thing that really got me so scared, and he was like, yeah, we're about to take you guys somewhere far and have a talk. I thought you guys wanted to have fun. That shit scared the fuck out of me. But, you know, as a princess I am, my folks saved me once again. But yeah, that was the craziest thing that has ever happened to me. So now I don't play none of that shit at all.
Oh my gosh. Her story definitely was real. And this is the dark side of doing all that, because a lot of girls get into this and they're just like, oh, I'm going to be able to make so much money. I'm going to charge $5,000 an hour like the girl I heard about on TikTok. I'm going to do this like the girl I saw on Instagram. Yeah, okay. Until you run across a crazy man who's trying to kidnap you and have his way with you and probably murder you and think to himself, ain't nobody going to care, because this is just a random girl walking on the street. So ain't nobody going to care what I do to her. And ain't nobody going to be looking for her, especially if you're a woman of color or a young girl of color. That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, I understand there's SWs out there who have to do this type of work. They ain't got no other talent or skill. They just have to do this work. But for young girls like this, I feel like she could have picked up a trade at a technical school or something and been okay. She didn't have to become a 304. She chose it, but she didn't have to become it. And even with having people to come and rescue you, what if they didn't come on time and dude used a gun on her? What if they didn't come on time and now she's buried? Now she's lost in the field. Now they done dropped her off, left, and her phone ain't working. She ain't got no signal. It's so many scary things that could have happened to her. Thank God there is a God who must have protected her. Must have protected her.
Girl, what you doing? Guess what? Why my dumb ass almost got recruited for a sex cult? Now, before I get into the story time, let me just say, bitch.
I just really like how he started his story. He already gave me really good energy. I just really liked how he started his story.
Don't come for me, because sometimes red flags looks like Six Flags, okay? And he got matched on a dating app. We're gonna call him Vontae. He was very handsome, 90s fine, chocolate, face tattoo.
Ooh.
That was the first red flag.
Yep.
Face tattoos, grilling his mouth, and one special secret that really made me very comfortable with him. I'll get into that later. So we initially bonded over the fact that we both do music. And after a couple of days of texting and FaceTiming, we were just like, why don't we do a song together, you know? And my marketing brain is clicking, why the fuck not? He's very handsome and we're clearly into each other. The chemistry and artistry is gonna be unmatched. So, little Miss Just Do It Me decided to pack my bag and spend 3 days at this man's house. But that's not all, folks. When I got there, I was not the only contender on this show. Bitch, why was it 3 other people in this house?
Dang.
3 other characters in this house of 1,000 R. Kellys was his girlfriend, we're gonna call her Samantha, his homeboy, we're gonna name him Tyreek, and his manager, which is a white man that lives upstairs, we're gonna call him Larry.
Okay.
So the first night, he's trying to make me all comfortable and stuff with the fact that, first of all, he has a girlfriend. And second of all, it's 2 other people in this house. Nice house, by the way, in a beautiful, very suburban area of Dallas. I'm not going to be too specific because I don't want this man to find me. But my first night there, he asked me what I wanted to eat. And let me tell you, this man could cook his motherfucking ass off. He made me some sauteed salmon, mashed potatoes, and asparagus that was so fucking good.
Okay.
And right after, he snorted a line of coke. Y'all, when I tell y'all they was doing so much damn powder in this house, I thought I was in the Winter Olympics, all this damn snow I seen falling. Which was red flag number 2. Because keep in mind, anybody with an addiction can be controlled. Let's get into Tyreek for a second. Tyreek was a 6'2", chocolate, boy next door type. You know, like a soft, kind, handsome. Not just like, ooh, take me through there. But, he reminds me of a puppy. I would like to walk him. But Tyreek's downfall in this matter, his addiction, and he was a person of poverty. I asked Tyreek to come to Starbucks with me the next morning. That baby looked like I asked him to come to Disney World. After letting him know I was gonna pay for his Starbucks, I decided to take a shower and get ready. I asked him, where were the towels? Because there were no towels in my bathroom. Yes, I had my own room in this house, and that room had 2 beds. Tyreek told me, well, all of the towels are in Vontae's room. So, it's 9 in the morning, I want to go get some Starbucks. I walk over to Vontae's door to knock on it. When I tell y'all Tyreek looked so damn spooked, like he was scared, he said, don't knock on his door. I'm like, bitch, I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna knock on this man's door if all the towels is in his motherfucking room. So I'm knocking on Vontae's door, and this motherfucker texts me, "What's up?" I'm not finna text you back. I'm standing outside the door. I said, "Hey, I'm trying to take a shower. I need some towels." And then he gonna respond, "Okay, give me a second." And girl, Tyreek just looked so shook. Tyreek was so shook, like I just slain a motherfucking dragon, cause I knocked on this man's door before 12 p.m. You ain't finna have me wait to take a damn shower. And I also thought this was gonna be some time for us to be intimate, right? So I'm in the shower, I'm starting it, you know, getting everything ready, taking my clothes off, trying to be grown. And I get a knock on my door. I'm like, oh, finally some alone time with him. He finna bring me my towels and maybe join me. Why is Samantha bringing me my damn towels? She all like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Thank you." Bitch, I didn't want you to bring me my motherfucking towels. I wanted the nigga I came to see and fuck and do music with to bring me my damn towels. And I'm gonna stop it right here. Y'all let me know if you want a part 2.
He never did a part 2. Yeah, he never did a part 2. Seemed like everybody was like, well, that was a funny story. All right, next. Let me know what you guys think about these type of story times that I find online. I found some more, and I know some of us don't have TikTok, but we do enjoy the stories that are on there because they're just like bizarre. And it's like an audiobook. It's a good thing to turn on while we're doing something around the house. That's what it is over here at the Neighborhood. I know I always kind of repeat that and say the same thing, but I'm so serious when I do say that because I feel like we're living in a world where it's a lot of negativity. We have a lot of stress on our plates. We all have things going on in our lives. And to be able to turn something on to just take your mind away from it, laugh for a little bit. It ain't no true crime, nothing. Ain't nobody getting murdered. Ain't nobody well, someone almost got kidnapped. But it's not nothing that's gonna stir an anxious feeling in us. It's just a feel-good video you can turn on. You can laugh with us. You can comment with us. And it's just easy listening. That's what I like to bring over here to YouTube and to the Neighborhood and to whoever I can. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Comment your thoughts down below. And if you would like for me to find more story times like this, subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you are returning, what's up? Welcome back. Make sure y'all come back for the next video tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.